Hey everybody, and welcome to Talk Daily. Hope you have a great day wherever you are in the world. And today we're going to be talking about a really happy subject, awesome subject, the 911. The 911, one of my favorite cars, and not just any 911. This is the Porsche 911 GT3 Manual, the 2022. This article comes from Isa Dyer. It's written by Isa Dyer, and it's from Car and Driver. I will have a link to this article in the description below, as always, with everything else I show you. So let's get to the meat and potato. This is a regular 911. Not. It has a flat six in the back. They're making 502 horsepower. It's a 4.0 liter engine. It revs till 9,000 RPM. The car is very agile, very sporty. It has single wheel lug nuts. So you know how regular car have a bunch of lug nuts you remove, and this literally has just centric hub. You just remove it, literally like a race car. It has vented hood in the front. It has a diffuser and wing in the back. It comes with option bucket seats. Comes with an optional ceramic brakes. $165,000 with options. $190,000. It's just an amazing car. And what makes it amazing is that Porsche engineers, when they design a 911, they're always pushing the boundaries of physics, right? Because we all know that mid-engine probably handles the best. And in the classic recipe for engine rear-wheel drive, Porsche looks at this and says, well, the Porsche 911 engineers look at this and say, yeah, we got this. We're putting the engine behind the rear axle. And they're doing a great job just constantly evolving this recipe and honing it and tuning it throughout the years. To me, this car is... I'll be the first one to say, where's the camera? Raise my hand. I'll be the first one to say, it is not the coolest car. It's like, hey, I'm a race car driver. You know, you see people driving this car with gloves and Porsche backpack and Porsche logo and Porsche boxers and whatnot. And I mean, boxers literally like the underwear. Just put it out there. This is a driving car. So it doesn't matter what other people think. You get in this car and you go for your drive and you put a smile on your face. You go on your beautiful twisty roads. You have a manual transmission. You go into the gears. It's really all about the feel. And to me, that's why I really love this car. It's really not the image of it as far as when you're parking. And I mean, I'm comparing it to like a Ferrari or some high-end Aston. I really think the immediate, when you look neck to neck, it's the Ferrari. And it's so nice. A Ferrari, yeah, it looks pretty, everything, right? It's a piece of art, etc. It's a brand. What a 911, a Porsche, it is a brand, of course. Solid, very solid brand, but it's not that, I don't know, to me. Because you can still see a regular 911 in it, right? And 911, I don't know, 911s are very expensive now, but it's cheaper. So in a way, you're like, oh, is that 911? Oh, no, that's a GT3. I don't know. I think it's just fantastic that you could evolve through. You can buy it regular 911 and later on you have more money, sell it, get it, higher and higher and higher. You can go up that chain, that tree, and eventually get the one you want. I mean, don't forget there's also 911 turbo, right? So the GT3 RS. There's so many different ones. This is just the GT3. It's not the RS. So eventually they come up with the RS. The RS is even more bonkers than this. Okay, it's more tuned for racing. You can tell I'm not a really big fan of racing because to me racing is how much money you got, and it's not, I don't know, let's just say you bought this car, you're gonna trash it on the track. Yeah, sure, go ahead. I don't know, to me the track is left for like Miata Cups and some cars you can just buy, yeah, fully spec it and drive it and smash it and crash it, God forbid, you're okay, you walk out of it, you're fine. But yeah, this car, yeah, can you track it? Absolutely. And a lot of people do. People buy this car and they go on a little racing series. They have like 2 or 3 of them, like a racing team, but it's expensive. Anyways, the article goes on, praising it for 9,000 RPM shift, comparing it to S2000, which I've driven. Yeah, it does live to 9,000 RPM, but there's a huge difference between S2000 and this car. S2000 gets 9,000 RPM like that. And you can still, I don't want to say you're not going anywhere, it just sounds great. But this car, you're going 502 horsepower. That's bonkers. 6-speed manual, they're praising it, saying it's amazing. It's kind of traces some lineage back to the 2016, the legendary, the Unicorn 911R model, which is hidden somewhere in someone's locker and garage, and those things are gone. Yeah, I mean, only celebrity. I don't want to say celebrity. I don't know who has this. I never seen it. So anyway, they talk about how amazing it is. The shifter, the manual transmission. Here's the cost. This is fully loaded, $197,935,000 vehicle. Options, the $10,110 for the carbon ceramic brakes. Which, are you gonna take my advice on this? No, but I'll just say it anyway. You don't need it. Anytime you see the carbon ceramic brakes, you don't need that. Because regular brakes, especially on those high-end cars, are doing just fine. Every time I was at the track, Button Willow, Streets Willow, Big Willow, I've spoken to cars that have ceramic carbon. So it was an Audi, the R8, and the guy did not have he removed the carbon ceramic brakes because they were just so expensive. They crack. You know, when you use them a lot on the track, they eventually crack. You have to throw away everything and just get a new rotors. It was very expensive. He told me it was like 25,000, something insane, to change the brake pads and rotors all the way around. But again, that's I don't know if the owners of these cars are gonna do the same thing, but you really don't need it. You just get the regular brakes work just fine. Okay, you go on the track, you wear them out. Okay, fine. You know, it's not the same cost as carbon ceramic. The other thing is the bucket seat. Please get the bucket seat. If you're getting a car that's designed for the track and you're not getting bucket seat, the only reason you don't get a bucket seat is physically you don't fit in a bucket seat, they physically hurt you, and that's the only time. But if you fit in a bucket seat but you're just not getting it because, I don't know, please get them. The only reason you should not get them is medically unable to fit in them. You are, your body shape, type, whatever, you're unable to, fit in them. But beside that, get them. $6,000 is so cheap. Those seats, if you can get them secondhand, they are worth, I don't know, like put 15,000, triple that price. And if you know about Porsche, everything you get on the car is like registered to the VIN. So it shows on the VIN, this car came with bucket seats. So if you install them aftermarket, a lot of Porsche purists might not like that. But okay, that's a different subject of its own. Next thing, $230 for the extended fuel range. Obviously, get that. This car takes guzzle gas. I mean, they're talking about how much 60 mile per gallon combined. My Evo gives worse when I floor it. But I'm pretty sure when you put your foot down on this car, it gives you like 8. Again, that's not the point of this vehicle. Okay, the point of this car is to drive and how it makes you feel. And then they talk about the PDK. Now of course we know that the manual transmission is not going to be as fast as a PDK. You're not. It's not going to happen. And then they're saying the GT3, the manual, weighs a little bit less than the PDK, 3,199 pounds versus 3,222 pounds. Hey, this is, again, those words mean nothing to me. They basically weigh the same. Okay, oh my god, that's like 20 pounds difference. Me, whatever. 23-pound difference, not a big deal. The manual skid pad, and they managed to improve on the automatic motor skid pad by 1.1 Gs compared to 1.11 G. That's the reason for Porsche to send automatic GT3 to prevent the car at our lightning lap event. Again, the G's is just different between 1.11 G and 1.16 G is these numbers. If you can wrap your head around that, good for you. To me, once you're over 1 G, I know it really feels like your face is like moving when you 1 G, and that's like really leaning on the tire. And again, that G, I'm not even gonna go there because again, I think it's just those terms are just numbers. Don't get too much of a number. That's kind of how it makes you feel. The car is designed when you feel like go for a drive, you hop in the car and go for a drive. This is literally the reason why this car exists. Don't worry about too much about the number. If you're going racing, you get a PDK. I don't know. It's a different story. I'm not talking about racing. I'm just talking about how this car makes you feel and how amazing it is. So here's by the numbers. Rear engine, rear-wheel drive. The engine, 24 valve, 6 502 horsepower, 8,400 RPM. Torque, 346 foot-pound of torque at 6,100 RPM. So basically, you're just on it. You just go on the RPM all the way to the top. The dimension, the length, the width, pace. I'll leave all of you guys to read from the article, but 0 to 60 in 3.3 seconds. This is from rear-wheel drive. It's just fantastic. Of course, it has launch control, if you're wondering. Yes, it has launch control. And the quarter mile in 11.5 seconds. 11-second quarter mile. That was stuff back in the day, was just legendary, like so heavily modified car. This car could do it with air conditioning. With air conditioning. It's just amazing. GT3 is its own exclusive club. The manual GT3 is robbed off VIP area. I don't know. That just basically giving much English telling you how amazing. We know it's amazing. So now the bottom line is, would the dealership have it available in the color you want, and were you able to get it? Because we know right now there's a little bit shortage on cars, and there was that ship that sunk. I made an article about it. I made a video about it. But I don't think it affected the GT3. But regardless, an amazing car, a wonderful car. It's all about you. That's what I love it. It's all about you. Like a Ferrari is like, hey, look at my Ferrari. It's pretty. To me, this car is really, it's all about you. You're a driver. You bought it because you just like to drive. At least that's how I feel. The GT3s are all about. It's about driver's car. For that I respect it and I love it. And if you own one, good for you. I'm happy for you. Enjoy it. Let us know what you think about it in the comments below. Anyways, I'd always let me know the whole video what you think about it, whether you own it or not. And let me know what you think. And as always, thank you for watching. Have a safe one out there, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.